So let's talk about your nephew. I mean, that was just, I saw you had posted something on Instagram. I am the worst with dealing with feelings like that. Like it just, death in general is too much, kids is too much, and then you had a lot coming at you because everybody was talking about it online.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your nephew. He was 3 years old.
Yeah.
What happened?
He fell 17 flights from his apartment.
What? How? I mean, I wasn't there. How does that happen?
Well, we don't really. My nephew was very adventurous and like very much a little boy, and climb on things, jump off things, and had no fear of anything. And we still don't understand why he was playing in the window, but what we do understand is that the window was not supposed to open as far as it did. Like he was never supposed to be able to fit. So it's like that window, like your window over there, you open it, and it opens this way. So he was never supposed to be able to fit in there, even being a baby at 3. And he fell out the window, and we shared the same birthday. He was born on my birthday, and he's the only boy. Both of my sister has a daughter, and my other brother has 2 daughters, and he was the only boy, and really like the protector of his 5-year-old sister, and he was special. And I went through a lot. I went through a lot of depression and grief, and I'm slowly. I wouldn't say that I'm all the way out of it, but I'm slowly coming back to myself. But it was tough. I think it's tough. It was tougher because it was a baby, and so I went through this thing of like, I didn't get a chance to love him enough, and I didn't get a chance to really know him, and I'm so busy, I didn't spend enough time. So, and then I went through the stages of, who the fuck are you to be grieving when this is your brother's son? So I just went through all these different stages of grief, and still are. So that was hard.
Grief, but what you just said, it sounded like there was some guilt too.
Guilt, yeah. But I think that's one of the stages of grieving is guilt. It was definitely some guilt because my career has just been the number one thing in my life, and when it's different when death is death, right? But it's when it's a baby, it's like you think of all the things that could have been, what type of person he could have been, what career he could have, what his kids would have been like, and just and I just feel like I didn't have enough time to just love him, So I'm trying to change that with my nieces and be more present and more active in their life, because I was crazy about him. I was crazy about that little boy.
I think you posted. Did you post the casket on your Instagram?
Yeah.
What design was it? Was a
So he loved green. He loved the green Power Ranger. That was like his favorite. He thought he was the green Power Ranger. So I didn't even know you could do that. So you could wrap caskets like cars. And so that's what his mom wanted. So